anytime you get people on a party bus and there's a stripper pole,
Yeah.
I guarantee somebody's like, ooh.
That's funny.
Every time. That's why they always have them in there. People fucking love stripper poles.
God.
The more you drink, the more you want to be a stripper. I'm just saying. So...
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ranting Podcast. I'm Nick, and this is my lovely wife and co-host, Miranda.
Hello.
We're doing 4 back-to-back stories with our normal shenanigans, and we're tossing it back and forth as usual. Miranda and I will vote for our individual Biggest Asshole Award at the end of the episode, and listeners can let us know what they think in the comments. Anything you want to add before we continue?
Not really about the episode. I just saw a really funny video, though, about how apparently, there's this woman that works as an interior designer for college college dorms. Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Where is this?
I just saw a video about it on TikTok. Somebody was talking about it and I was like, wait, what? And I went to the
How weird.
to the search and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's of course it's these fucking little blonde Southern girls,
of course,
that are doing their, oh my God, look at my college dorm.
Jesus.
And I'm like,
you're only there.
You guys,
okay.
that's fucking crazy. All this stuff that you guys are doing, it's just insane. It looks like a fucking mansion bedroom. And I'm like, my college dorm had brick walls and you couldn't put shit on them because nothing would stick. And we had shitty beds.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know, but I went down a little rabbit hole and I was like, that's crazy.
That is.
It's $20K. Yeah.
To decorate your dorm?
I know. Yeah. And somebody was like, that is not worth $20,000. I need an itemized invoice. What
That's
the fuck are you
insane.
spending all that money on? Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Kudos to that lady.
Insane.
Because the fact that people are paying for that shit
mean,
is insane.
If there's a market for it,
yeah,
you
exactly.
might as well. If there's a demand.
Yeah. Well, in the original video that I saw, he was I saw a video where this girl put it was marble sticky flooring or whatever on the floor, obviously, to make it look like she had marble flooring. And he was like, babes, you're supposed to be throwing up on that floor. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't have spent any fucking money like that on.
And
but we also went to shitty dorms.
It's so dumb though too, because there's no return on that investment. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
I could see, because the studio cost a pretty penny.
But
this has a return. You know what I mean?
Well, also
that's an investment that you can actually get something out of.
Yeah.
Whereas you decorating, if you were going to put 15, 20K into a dorm room, you have to reset that room before you leave.
That's what I was gonna say. You got to move out of there.
There's no return on your investment.
I don't know. I used to think it was so impressive when we were moving in. And there were girls that had their dads there building them these loft beds and they would have to build them inside the room. Yeah. Because obviously you couldn't do anything. But I was always like, oh my God, those are so cool. You guys are so lucky. And now I see this and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is dumb.
Where have we...
But then also, you have to tear that down before you leave.
No, I know. I always thought that about the dorms too. And I was like, well... Are you guys just going to build that again next year?
I guess so.
Are you staying here over the summer?
You might get a different room.
Yeah, that too. So that was one thing that I was like, well, obviously I don't want to deal with that work. But if your daddy's going to do it, then I guess that's neither of our business. So.
Yeah, that's fucking weird though.
But yeah, so that was literally right before I came down here. That's what I saw. And I was like, what is happening?
Rich white girl nonsense.
I guess so. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, this is...
That's funny.
I think I've seen it all.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Until tomorrow gets here. You'll see some other ridiculous shit.
Oh, God. Yeah, but I was just like, this is... And really, I was like, you know what? Props to that woman. For real. The fact that you can get people to spend that much money on this, good for you.
Especially if you can get it done.
Yeah,
if you can make it look like 20K, but spend 5.
Yeah, I'm like, you're probably making a pretty good amount of money. You only got to work for a short amount of time at the beginning of the college school year.
And there's no way that you're spending 20K.
Yeah, so I'm like, you're probably just chilling throughout the rest of the year. And then like, oh, hey, honey, what theme are you thinking of for next year? You're a sophomore. We got to go bigger.
Oh, God, you got to do it every year. Oh, my God.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is like, she fucking landed that jackpot and good for her.
I had brick walls.
Yeah.
In my dorm room, and it was fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really didn't.
Yeah.
And I hardly think about that room too, like the actual like aesthetics of it, or like how it was like laid out and everything. Like, you know, how many years later, I don't think about that. So I'm glad I didn't spend $20,000 on it, you know?
I never would have even been able to. That wouldn't have been an option.
Exactly. Especially if like mommy and daddy are paying for it. Not only are they probably paying for your tuition.
Well, yeah, they're exactly.
And then room and board. But then now they're also paying for you to decorate it for $20,000.
Nah. I went to college poor and I left college poor. So
yeah.
At least the dorm, I should say.
Yeah, that's true. All right, you ready to get into it?
Yes.
All right, I'm calling this first one The Overstepping Mother-in-Law.
Okay.
So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Not Letting My Mother-in-Law Have More Control During Her Son's Milestone Birthday Party? My mother-in-law knew I made a handmade cake for my husband's birthday. Bet you can guess what she brought to the party anyways. Yep. The part that gets under my skin the most is when she arrived, she came straight to me with, I know, don't be mad. And although I was irritated, I wasn't surprised. Context. She competes with me pretty much anytime I have her at my house. Racing me to the door to greet my guests and introducing people she doesn't know to each other, interrupting anytime I'm talking to my husband, criticizing me when he isn't in the room, or if she thinks I can't hear what she's saying about me, referring to me in the third person when I'm right there, etc. With the cake thing, though, I smiled and thanked her. Even went so far as to say, this is perfect because now we have extra and my husband loves the cake I made. So we'll put the candles on yours and we'll eat both. But I guess hearing how much my husband loves my cooking has always deeply bothered her. I don't know if I'm reading into this, but I swear when I took it well and was the bigger person, she broke eye contact with me and looked upset/disappointed. I thought I might be overthinking, but when it was cake time, she was very micro. Wanting to help put candles on, wanting to decide when to bring out the cake, wanting to do the toast early, talking over me and answering guest questions for me. Very upstagey. I didn't allow her in my kitchen and made sure she was distracted while my neighbor helped. Halfway through lighting the candles, she gets up to help, but stands in front of the guest who was filming my husband about to blow out the candles. I told her firmly but nicely to please sit down. She did, but the whole family heard about how I didn't let her be involved. What do you mean? I used her cake and didn't even take mine out of the fridge. Even though I sent her son and grandchild to her house the day before for a Nana dinner without me so I could stay home to clean and party plan, just so she could feel special and get her fix with being the center of attention for a day that wasn't her son's actual birthday. But it's never enough. So yeah, I told her to sit and then put all the candles on the outside edge of her cake. It was a milestone birthday, so there was a lot of candles that melted. So I then cut the melted waxed parts off so guests could avoid eating it. So now somehow I'm the villain because I didn't allow her to upstage the party I threw for her son, and apparently I ruined the cake she bought on purpose by removing candle wax. I mean, I laughed when I heard that's what she thought, but I guess only NM/TL, you know what that is? I couldn't figure out what she meant by those acronyms.
Okay.
I mean, I laughed when I heard that's what she thought, but I guess only NM/TLs think this way. Don't know if it's important to the story. I don't know what those I'm not familiar with those acronyms. She is making this so difficult for me, and it hurts because my own biological mom is a nutcase. So this was supposed to be my chance to redo how being a daughter feels. But no, just more of the same. So again, am I the asshole for not letting my mother-in-law have more control during her son's milestone birthday party?
No, not at all. She sounds so fucking crazy. Where is your husband in all of this? That's my main question, honestly.
That was every comment.
Yeah, because she sounds like one of those fucking boy moms that's like obsessed and probably in love with her son. You know what?
Like a mama's boy kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, something. Why?
I can tell with how she wrote this. I can tell she was pretty frustrated.
Yeah,
just how she kind of frames this
whole
whole
thing. I understand your frustration. I completely get that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also just like, why?
Which part?
Did you? I mean, how long have you guys been together? Was she like this when you were going to get married? Because I would have put a stop to that wedding. I wouldn't have married him.
I don't think it says in the main story, but I did read a lot of comments on this one. And they kept saying 14 years. So I think she clarified in one of her responses that they've been married for 14 years.
Okay. Again, where the fuck is your husband? And why isn't he telling his mom to back off?
Needs to be said more.
Yeah. Like this drives me nuts when people are like, oh my God, my mother-in-law treats me like this, or my father-in-law treats me like this. Where the fuck is your spouse? And why are they allowing this to happen? And if they are allowing this to happen, why are you with them? I don't get it. I will never understand this. I would never be in a long-term relationship with somebody who allowed their parent to make me feel this way. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's fair. I'm trying to find, I went to the post and I'm trying to find, it may have been a different story where they said 14 years, but I'm trying to track down how long they've been married. But regardless, your point is completely valid.
Yeah, I would be incredibly annoyed. I don't think that you did anything wrong by telling her to sit down. Why the fuck are you standing up when we're singing happy birthday? It's not about you. Nobody fucking cares sit down.
I think because, I mean, it's pretty obvious and she wants to be the center of attention.
I mean, I know. Obviously, yes, I know that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much about this that I'm like, how did we get here?
And it's funny, too, how OP, I think this is it right here, the Nana dinner. Even though I sent her son and grandchild to her house the day before, so the day before the birthday, for a Nana dinner without me so I could stay home to clean and party plan, just so she could feel special and get her fix with being the center of attention for a day that wasn't her son's actual birthday. This is a person that's very aware and used to this fucking
That's what I'm
show.
saying. Like, I can't fucking wrap my head around this situation and how you're okay with putting up with this shit. Because, like, yes, you do have a mother-in-law problem. You also have a husband problem. And, like, you need to figure out what the fuck you're going to do here because, like, you don't need to be living like this. You really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out, because that's a good point. You do have a mother-in-law and husband problem. I'm wondering, like, which one comes first.
The husband.
I feel like the root cause would be the husband. That would be my opinion.
Yes, this is your mother. Why the fuck have you not nipped this in the bud?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and we've always, a lot of stories come down to this kind of split where you have a couple and one side of that couple, like their family is like the root cause of whatever conflict is happening. And we always say that right there, that it's that side, that spouse's side that needs to fucking handle it, and he's not handling it here.
Yeah, why would you let your family think that it's okay for them to be treating your wife like that? I don't fucking get it.
I don't know.
I know I keep saying it, but it's the truth. Like, I would not have ever been in a relationship like that. Why? If you're allowing them to disrespect me, you're not saying anything. That means that you have that same amount of disrespect for me because you don't care enough to fucking stick up for me.
Do you think this is a respect problem between like the mother-in-law and the spouse, right? Where she feels threatened or whatever, because we've talked about that a bunch. Or do you think that she just wants to be the center of attention, or she just wants to be hosting?
Both.
But okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she just seems like the type of person who needs to like have all the attention on her.
Okay.
And God forbid it's my son's birthday and I don't get to greet his guest and talk about him all day.
Okay.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
dude.
it's very extra. Yeah.
God. Yeah, no.
I would have nuked the relationship long ago.
So fucking long ago.
Like if that was like my relative or parent or whatever that was kind of doing that to my spouse.
Yeah.
Like, we're moving. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though, is that like
we're gonna move far away.
Oh yeah, for me, that would literally be the only way that I would be moving forward with a marriage. Is like we are going to be moving away. Like there's going to be some clear indication that you are on my side, because if there's any fucking I don't put my mom, then I'm out.
I think that's the only way to move forward with a truly healthy relationship. Is that right there? Is that you have to, because if you don't draw that boundary,
or you're not.
I always go back to that fucking movie. What is it called? With the mom that's very overbearing, with Kevin Hart.
Think Like a Man.
Is that Think Like a Man? Where it's he's a mama's boy.
Yes.
And then like he's always having like the secret dinners with the mom and everything. And like so we had the same opinion for that. It's like this relationship's not gonna go. And you can tell on her face too that she's getting fucking sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
And he even stores the mom's number
under
a fake under a fake exactly. So like that kind of shit right there, and you can tell that she's coming to the wit's end. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying is like if I'm going to be in a relationship with you, I'm not playing second fiddle to anybody, and that includes your mother. So anybody. Either you're with me or you're not, and if you're with me, I better be your fucking number one, and if I'm not, then I'm gone. And
also, I mean, not that this is important, but especially in your own home. Yeah. That right there, that concept should be everywhere, but especially in the home that you two share. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's pretty fucking awful that you're not standing up to your mother. You need to get off the teat.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you're the asshole at all, but you do need to fucking probably shed a few 100 pounds by getting rid of your husband and mother-in-law. I mean, yeah, especially we don't know how long this is. The husband definitely needs to step up, because this is not fair to the spouse, to the wife, OP. I mean, this is basically like I'm sorry, but nobody is behaving that fucking slick that your spouse doesn't know what's going on. That will never be an acceptable excuse for me either. Of
what do you mean?
Like,
what do you mean by
slick? maybe he doesn't know, or he's not aware of what's going on. Yeah. If I tell you that something's going on, I've brought it to your attention. You fucking know. Yeah. Address it.
And how do you not know?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I never buy it when they're like, oh my God, maybe he doesn't know. Yes, they do. How fucking blind are you to not see when someone's mistreating your spouse? I mean, yeah. Are you deaf, dumb, or blind? Which one is it?
Yeah, they definitely need to. He needs to do something. It sounds like this is like a like keeping the peace kind of thing.
Yeah, and I'm
like
not
trying
fucking
to keep the peace.
that.
You know what I mean?
No.
And it's costing OP's kind of mental health.
Something. You know what I mean, yeah, like it sounds like she stands up for herself pretty well, but like the fact that you have to constantly do that. Nobody should have to live that way.
I mean,
that's so annoying.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I know. I don't think I agree that she's standing up for herself well. I think she's mitigating any kind of conflict, if you will.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a better way of phrasing it.
She's not standing up for herself.
Yeah, it's almost like she's trying to think ahead to try and like, okay, but so again, this isn't going to bother her. She can't possibly be irritated about this. But like I said, that's no way to live.
Yeah. But also, it's definitely, so two things here. One is it's not, and what we just said, it's not OP's problem to deal with, right? It should be the husband because it's his side of the family. But then also, I can appreciate the complexity of the situation, especially, well, at least this one, not all of them, because you should be standing up for yourself a lot more, and so should your husband standing up for you. But for this, I can appreciate why she doesn't kind of push back harder. Yeah, because it's his birthday.
Exactly.
Like, this is not the fucking time and place. I know people are going to be in the comments and fucking disagree. I don't give a shit. This is not the time or place to push against that. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is, she did the best she could to mitigate any kind of conflict and all that kind of stuff. And she kept her cool.
Well, especially she said that she put in the time planning this party, cooking stuff, doing all this. If I'm putting in all that work for a birthday party, I'm not starting a fucking argument or a confrontation. I'm making sure that we have a good time. And anybody that does start an argument or confrontation, you're fucking gone. Because I put in all the work for this shit, and we're here to enjoy it, goddammit.
And actually, like, I'm a very petty person. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Was I not supposed to agree? Was that too fast?
So, what I would have done, and I'm all about conflict, but I think with the cake thing, I would have put my cake out. Yeah. I would have put yours in the fucking freezer. Yeah. I would 100% because I baked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or even I would have been like, oh, yeah, we can put this out for everybody. And then later when she'd be like, oh, everybody loved my cake, I'd be like, great, because he really wanted to eat mine all for himself later.
Are we still talking about cake?
Either way, he's eating my cake and not yours.
God, that's so funny. But yeah, I definitely, I would not have. And that's what I mean. That's why I didn't agree with the initial thing with that she's standing up for herself. Because she's really not. She's really just like, and like I said, this is not the time nor the place to be confrontational, and I respect that. But if this is the norm, you're obviously used to this. Oh, because you sent your husband and your guys' child over to Nana's house, so she could feel special
for a Nana dinner.
What the fuck ever. You're just like you're too busy like massaging the issue, and you just need to fucking.
Yeah, I feel like you're definitely coddling all of them. And you need to stop. You got to put your foot down.
And also, the child is being subjected to this as well.
That's what I was going to say. You know that she's probably shit talking you and all this stuff.
Probably. There are some, what is, God, one of the most common comments that I see that I always pick up on, I always kind of chuckle at is, no is a complete sentence. I love that one, but I also appreciate that some people are very, well, not quick, but they are okay with cutting off family members that are toxic. And I think that needs to be normalized a lot more because at least early on episodes, or earlier episodes, we would come across some stories that they would just stick around and like deal with that toxicity. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying in this one though. Like, that's why I was like, how long have you guys fucking been together?
Because, this one is another one of those where it's like you're just dealing with it and you shouldn't fucking just deal with it. You need to normalize cutting off toxicity from your life. Yeah. And this is one of those things.
Absolutely. I definitely wouldn't be putting up with this for 14 years.
No, so. I couldn't find so I did look through. I think it was a different story.
Oh, okay. Well,
so she never called it out in the story. I thought she did in the comments. I did. I misspoke. I thought it was this story, but I couldn't find 14 years. So I don't know how long they've been married. I don't think she actually calls it out. Oh, okay. But they have a kid together. So, I mean, it's been more than a day. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the fact that she's used to the mother-in-law acting this way.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you've done it enough that you already have, practice with putting a plan together. So,
So what's your verdict?
Not the asshole.
Oh, can you want the question again? Or
sure.
Am I the asshole for not letting my mother-in-law have more control during her son's milestone birthday party?
No.
Okay. Mine as well. The overall Reddit verdict was not the asshole. I did the same thing that you started the last episode in 135. So I did Control F for not the asshole, you're the asshole, and everyone sucks here. There was 34 votes for not the asshole, 2 you're the assholes, which I'm not even gonna fucking whatever, and then 0 everyone sucks here.
Those were probably like you're the asshole to yourself.
No, I grabbed 3 comments. This one is a little back and forth. So this is, though I did grab the first, I count this as 1 because it's the one top comment. Okay. But there's a response and then OP's response and stuff like that. Okay. So the top comment was info. Where is your husband in this? Yeah. Why hasn't he shut this nonsense down a long time ago? I feel like you said that verbatim. Yeah. The response was, and this isn't from OP yet. The response is, sounds like the situation has been going on for a long time. Husband probably wanted to keep the peace at OP's expense. OP, you should tell your husband that there are 3 people in your marriage. His mother makes it that way with her suffocating presence. The response from OP. He knows how he treats me, he knows how she treats me to a degree, but not fully. I gave up trying to explain the disrespectful behavior to him. He doesn't see it that way or won't. Hold what you got. But he will correct her regarding our child. One time she put our daughter in a booster car seat, 45 plus pounds safety warning when my daughter was only 22 pounds because she couldn't figure out how to install the one we had provided. My husband had the conversation and we decided she isn't driving our child anywhere anymore unless we help put the correct car seat in her car first. But on my end, personally, I'm making sure she's never driving our daughter anywhere again. Then the response to OP. And this is the first one is a quote. I gave up trying to explain the disrespectful behavior to him. He doesn't see it that way or won't. And then continuing. Great. You have a huge husband problem. Yeah. Just FYI, normal husbands don't let their mothers walk all over their partners. Real husbands stand up for their wives, especially when it comes to their own parents. And then another quote. But he will correct her regarding our child. You're mentioning this like it's something extraordinary. It's bare minimum, just like protecting you from his own mother is bare minimum. But I love how you don't mind your kid growing up and watching your mother-in-law minimize you and ruin your life. Tell your husband to get a spine.
If you don't divorce that bitch of a man, I swear to God.
I mean, this is worthy.
You know what? I've really tried to not like be super mean about shit, but this is definitely one I'm going to say either leave him or leave us out of it.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm just saying.
That's fair.
That right there, now I'm annoyed at you, OP. I gave up trying to explain. Why the fuck are you still... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not married to the guy, so it doesn't fucking matter, right? It's okay.
The next comment is not the asshole. What's your husband doing about his mother? Time to set clear and firm boundaries because the soft approach has failed and she's walked straight through them carrying a cake. Mm-hmm. Last one is not the asshole. Where is your husband in all of this? Also, stop thanking her and start setting boundaries. Thanking people like that allows them to justify the intrusive behavior. Instead, maybe suggest her overstepping might be a memory issue. And this is where it gets interesting. Oh, mother-in-law, but you weren't supposed to bring cake. I made cake. Did you forget? Is this something that happens more often? Maybe you should talk to somebody. Next time, double down and remind her of the previous time she forgot. She can openly admit she was intentionally provoking, or she can accept being senile. Even if she says she did it on purpose, you express concern over this behavior. It could also be a sign of some changes. So again, she's senile or she's admitting she's always been like that. If she admits she's always overstepped, now you ask her openly why she's doing it and what she's hoping to accomplish. And I thought that was pretty fucking interesting.
That is pretty funny, yeah. And be like, bitch, you got dementia?
But I made the cake.
Yeah.
We don't need this one. Trash.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, honey, clearly your memory isn't working. We don't know what you put in this cake.
I definitely, like I said, that cake right there, I would never put her cake out. I would just fucking either throw it in the freezer, throw it in the trash, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to, you definitely, and I think that speaks volumes. Like every single comment was like, where's your husband?
Yes, please, for the love of God.
Like you need to,
divorce.
Yeah, you need to do something about that. All right, time for our second story.
All right, I need a moment.
I'm telling you, we got to normalize just nuking those kind of relationships.
Yes.
Because it's not healthy for anybody involved.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What you got?
I'm fine. Okay. So, my first story, I titled it The Traveling Reception.
Okay.
But the real title is, Am I the asshole for leaving a wedding reception after the bride and groom had us drive to 4 different locations over 30 miles through LA traffic in 100-degree heat?
Okay. That's quite the title.
I don't know how I keep getting these.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You pick interesting ones.
No.
Okay.
All right. Hello!
Was that you or OP?
I don't have to keep that in. No, they really did say, hello.
Oh, okay.
We went to a wedding on Saturday, and after the ceremony, which ended around 12, we were all given an address for the reception. We get there, and after we all finished eating salads, chicken, and fish, the bride and groom stand up and ask the guests to accompany them to the next location for the rest of the reception, 12 miles away. Mind you, we're about 75 to 100 guests. We head over where another meal was served, a main course of Mexican food, which was okay. After we finished eating, again, they stood up and asked us to accompany them to the next location for the rest of the party. No dancing, no speeches, we just sat and ate. I expected it to be a hall with a dance floor in the same building or something, but no, 8 miles further, taking us into downtown LA.
Oh.
By now, it's 4 p.m. We've paid $12 valet at Restaurant 1 and $18 at Restaurant 2. Some of the guests were a little pissed off, but we all head out and went. Took about 40 minutes to get there in traffic, and it was almost 100 degrees that day. We get to Restaurant 3. This time, desserts were served. $20 parking. Same thing. They got up and asked us to go to location 4 for the remainder of the wedding, and they didn't say what will be there. It was 30 miles away.
Jesus.
Like 30 further out from the main wedding ceremony and my home. At that point, I'm almost 60 miles away from home. I found out later that there was an open bar and a dance floor, and that's where the party was. But at this point, I said my congrats and went home. It was already 7 p.m. and we were sweaty from the extreme heat, overworked, and exhausted from all the driving. I found out yesterday that almost half the guests went home. Now I'm wondering if I did the wrong thing by leaving. I feel bad that they had to go to the main party without almost half of their guests. I also understand that they wanted to do something different and memorable with their wedding, but the driving around was just hectic. It felt inconsiderate to have almost 100 guests driving from place to place in LA traffic just to sit at each location rather than actually celebrate together. And that's not even thinking about the $50 in valet we spent at the 3 places. I asked, and venue 4 was also $18 valet. Maybe I should have just sucked it up, driven the extra 30 miles, and stayed for the actual party. At the same time, it was already 7 p.m., and we'd been doing this for basically the entire day. I would have just sat on a chair fanning myself with my feet up. Am I the asshole for leaving a wedding reception after the bride and groom had us drive to 4 different locations over 30 miles through LA traffic in 100-degree heat?
Jesus. No, fuck no. So what about a party bus?
Right?
What about why are you having everybody drive independent, like on their own, and then they all have to pay for? And you said 75 to 100 guests.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm aware that it's going to take several buses for that, but at least they're not covering the charge for each fucking destination.
Exactly. You probably would have had a lot more people sticking around. You guys could have been drinking. It would have been like a whole day party.
Yeah, exactly, because they wouldn't have to drive.
Yeah.
Right? And then they wouldn't even have to, honestly, they wouldn't even be dealing with the heat. I don't quite understand the heat part. I know it's hot out, but like, you're not sweating all day, like living in like Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's air conditioning to air conditioning to air conditioning. So I don't know what's going on with that. But my thing, again, to go along with the party bus idea or buses, would be it's air conditioning to air conditioning to air conditioning. People can drink, they can have fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it was just
improperly planned as far as the transportation.
Yeah, exactly. It was executed poorly. That's what I was going to say.
Agree.
It was executed poorly. The plan wasn't that bad, or the concept to kind of jump from place to place. Mm-hmm. That's not a bad idea. That sounds pretty cool, but like I don't want to have to drive to every fucking location. I don't want to have to pay for fucking what is it? The
valet
fare,
and everything.
And all that kind of stuff. And another point, too, is that if you were the only person that ditched out on the party because you were frustrated or whatever, I guess maybe that would kind of steer the verdict a little bit. But half the party fucking bounced. Mm-hmm. This isn't a you thing. This is a fucking wedding party thing, wedding planning thing.
Real fast, I wanted to say this first comment, but they said, no, not the asshole. Was this communicated with the wedding invite? If not, that's on them. That's misleading the guests. Also, if this is what they really wanted, they should have arranged shuttle and transportation for all the guests. Reply from OP, not at all, in all caps. They gave the address for the first venue only. When they announced the second location, they were both giggling and were intending it as a fun surprise for everyone. So nobody even fucking knew that this was happening.
Yeah,
you guys, they had no prior warning or anything at all. So like that right there, I think would have probably done it for me. I think I would have been irritated at the first place when they said that because like, I mean, I don't like having shit sprung on me like that. Yeah. But yeah, I would have been able to like plan ahead. I could have gotten a DD or like plan with other guests, and like maybe we could have gotten a party bus and then we wouldn't have fucking cared about the heat or whatever, because we could have just been like drinking and partying all day, bouncing around. It doesn't matter. But
you wouldn't have to worry about driving or parking or anything.
Yeah, like, and I get that sometimes people will do the whole like, oh, we're having our bridal shower. It's actually our wedding. That's cute.
Jesus.
This is
something
insane.
Else. Yeah. And like, also, I mean, the fact that you didn't let anybody, because that was going to be another one of my questions too, is like, did anybody know about this?
Yeah.
And the fact that, and I did want to say another thing too, is that if this was, in my opinion, everybody can fucking disagree, I don't give a shit. In my opinion, if this was a very close friend, a best friend, a very close relative, something like that, me personally, I'm going to stick with it just because of that relationship. I'm going to give you a whole lot of shit the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to kind of shit on your wedding a little bit, you know, because like you did it.
Yeah.
This is awful. But I would still stay. And I think that's possibly what the other half of the party did because they were close to him and it just didn't feel right, you know, leaving. But this is executed poorly at the end of the day.
I mean, I said the exact same thing, that like, depending on who it was, I would stay, but literally there's like maybe a handful of people that I would stay for. So
yeah, less than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like, I can literally, I've got one person in mind that I would do all this craziness for. Anybody else, I'd be like, you better tell me what the fuck is going on right now or I'm leaving.
And it's crazy too.
Never let him take you to a second location. What do you mean?
Yeah, and a third and a fourth. And a fifth? Or the party was at the fourth?
The party was at the fourth.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would be like, what do you mean we're going? Where are we going?
And also,
this isn't what I planned for.
What if anybody had a margarita at the first location?
That's what I'm saying. Hello. I would have been like, I already started drinking.
Yeah.
I thought we were staying here.
You can't just spring that on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And okay. So the what was this again? This was the reception?
It was, so they had their wedding ceremony. And then after the ceremony, they were given an address for the reception.
So that's a fifth location.
Yeah, so it started at the ceremony, and then that's when they were told where the reception was going to be.
That's location 1.
Yep, everybody went there, and then from there, that's when they were like, we're going somewhere else. Nah.
Fuck that. And they were probably all giggly because they weren't the ones driving.
Exactly.
They were probably on a limo or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, I planned to come to your ceremony at the church, and I planned to come to the reception here. I'm drinking. We're at a wedding. We're here to celebrate. I'm not waiting to find out that you're making this announcement that we're going somewhere. While I was waiting for you to walk down the aisle, I had a glass of champagne.
See, there you go. Exactly. And also, you didn't even, another shitty thing about this is you didn't even give anybody a chance to carpool.
Yes, that's why.
Because nobody knew.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been like, yeah, I'll just drive with you. And then like, okay, now we're at the second location. Now I either have to stick with this person or figure out how to get back to my fucking car. Like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
I definitely
I don't want to do this.
When did OP leave? After location 2 or 3?
It was like after 3.
On the way to 4. That's right.
I was saying that I would have been so pissed about that third place because they were only serving dessert there. And I was like, I never fucking eat dessert. And now I got to pay $20 in parking for some shit that I'm not even going to eat. I was like, right there, I would have been like, I'm going home and I'm taking my gift back, bitch.
Yeah, that's fair. But also, to go along that point, from 1 to 2, they ate at both places.
Yeah.
So nobody knew that there was going to be food at the second place. So they probably got their fill at the first. So like, I'm betting not a whole lot of people ate at the second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the dessert thing, I'm not a dessert person either. So like, would have just went there and fucking done nothing. So yeah, I would have been very frustrated. This would have had to been like
so angry.
A very special person for me to stick around for this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept and executed correctly with like party buses and stuff like that.
Yes.
I think jumping from venue to venue isn't that, especially downtown LA, the fucking traffic. No, absolutely not. But if it's a party bus or a couple party buses, obviously, then I think that greatly
Well, yeah, like I said,
increases the chance of everybody enjoying it.
Well, then also the whole time that you're in traffic, you're not thinking about being in traffic because you're on the party bus.
Oh, yeah.
You're drinking, you're dancing. There's probably a stripper pole. You guys are pretending you're dancers. Everybody's like, woo! You don't realize, I don't know, a lot. You do that all the time in party buses. Yeah, most of them do have poles, and people are like, look at me.
I just don't know about a reception party, but maybe.
No, that's what happens. Anytime you get people on a party bus and there's a stripper pole, I guarantee somebody's like, ooh. That's funny. Every time. That's why they always have them in there. People fucking love stripper poles. God. The more you drink, the more you want to be a stripper. I'm just saying. So
it really would be a convoy of party buses.
Yeah, and then could you imagine how much more fun it would be, like driving down LA and you got these buses that are like, and then you like open the windows and you're like, come to the wedding. Oh, you could have had a huge party. It could have been so much more fun.
Yeah.
Instead, you pissed off all your guests.
Yeah. Yeah. Causing half of them to leave early. That's not a great look.
Yeah, no.
I think, it was an interesting idea. It definitely could have been executed successfully, but this was just executed poorly. So,
yeah.
So what was, oh God, fuck. What was the title again? Yeah.
Am I the asshole for leaving a wedding reception after the bride and groom had us drive to 4 different locations over 30 miles through LA traffic in 100-degree heat?
You could have cut that down so much.
I wanted it to be...
Not you, OP.
Oh!
OP
like, Mark, you're coming to me.
No, OP could have drastically cut that down. Before the LA stuff, before the stops, all that shit. Anyways, so I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah,
absolutely not the asshole. I definitely would have left early too. I'm surprised you stuck with it so long.
Yeah. There's probably, I'm sure that there's people that left after like that first location.
Probably.
Change.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing that.
It was 12 miles, 8 miles, and 30 miles.
Yeah, or like, can you imagine if they were like on the way and they were like, gotta pay for valet? I'm gonna keep driving.
Yeah. that was actually my was gonna be my question when you said that they went to downtown LA and you said there was like 75 to 100 people. That's like 30 to 50 cars.
Yeah.
And like, where in the fuck are you gonna park in downtown LA?
Question.
So now you all have to line up and wait for, and that's another reason to do the bus idea, because now you have to wait for these 30 to 50 cars to check into valet. You know what I mean? And then you got to wait for everybody to get through that process to get all just to have some, what was it? Some fish?
Yeah.
At the second location?
It
was chicken, salad.
Yeah, it was salad, chicken, and fish, and then Mexican food, and then desserts. Yeah. Nah. So I have a couple more comments. This other one.
You didn't do the verdict or the?
Oh, sorry. The overall verdict was not the asshole. There wasn't like any other ones. Oh, okay. It was just overwhelmingly not the asshole. Yeah.
That's fair.
So then this next one said, if they wanted to do this, they should have laid it out in the invite so people would at least know that there was actually an end in sight. So they could have said, join us for 3 mystery dining locations, followed by drinks and dancing. Leave your car at X and take the party bus on us. They were trying to be fun, but it was just too much.
Yep.
Not the asshole. And then they said, imagine being pregnant or elderly. This would be a nightmare.
Oh, that was probably half your population.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I was pregnant, I would have left, like, probably after the ceremony, honestly. I don't need to go to the reception. Fuck am I partying for?
I mean, yeah. You mean we have to go to a different location? I'm good, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the house.
For real. And so then this last one said, I think this is how this abomination came to be. At some point, the happy couple went to a progressive dinner. Couples do drinks at one house, apps at another, salad course at another, entrees at yet another, and then desserts at a final house. And later, one member of the happy couple, the unintelligent one, said, you know what would make our wedding be really fun and unique? If we had a progressive reception. And the other member of the happy couple, also somehow the unintelligent one, said, OMG. No, they literally said, OMG. That could become a new trend. And we would have started it. Babe, should we become influencers? A few more intelligent people, parents, their bridesmaid, the 3-year-old flower girl, the ring-bearing dog, tried talking them out of it.
Ring-bearing dog.
Or suggested renting a bus. But the blissful couple could not be convinced. Now they're blaming the guests who bailed for not seeing their vision or appreciating their disruption of one location reception paradigm.
This is the wildest fucking comment. I wish, no disrespect to our commenters or our people, our ranters, but I wish we had more comments like that.
Oh yeah, whenever we get some crazy shit, hilarious. I'm like, I love you for this.
That's why, like, when I see some that are just like not the asshole or like no, I was like, okay, there's no conversation there. But if I were to see that shit, that's fuck. And the dog,
yeah, I read it. I was dying laughing, and then also, it made me even laugh as well because their name on there is Dr. Teeth, PhD.
I don't know if you can put their name.
I don't care. And it made me think of Chelsea's dad from Teen Mom, Papa Randy, because he's an orthodontist.
Oh, okay.
You don't know.
No.
But you guys might. But yeah, so anyway, I was getting a good chuckle about this to myself when I was reading it. So I was like, I mean,
it's all, I mean, the funniest thing is that it's all valid points.
I know. That's why I was like, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right.
Were you at a wedding party?
That's so funny. Oh, God. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, we did that for girls' night. Yeah.
Progressive, what was it? Well, the
progressive dinner.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it had titles, what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but when we did it, obviously, we were in, like, downtown Colorado Springs, and we were all walking to each place. So, like, we went to one spot and got drinks and appetizers.
That's drastically different.
Yeah, so it was all, like, within a few blocks of each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't fucking downtown LA. I mean, obviously, that's within, things are within walking distance. But even still, for a group that big, I think it would have been a much bigger hit if they, one, had a smaller wedding, not party, but like, I guess, the guests and everything. They had a smaller guest list. Yeah. And then two, get the fucking party bus.
Yeah.
Well, and then
multiple, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like it should have been planned a lot better. I like the vision. I like the idea. Yeah. I don't like the way that it worked out, though.
No.
Yeah.
The concept is okay, but just your whole... implementation of it was trash.
Yeah. So I would definitely leave, take my gift back, and I'm not helping you clean up either, bitch.
Yeah, I wonder who the coordinator was for this. Like, who's fucking, if it was, you know what I mean? Like, who coordinated this whole fucking thing?
If you worked with a wedding coordinator and she was like, that's a great idea, you need to tell her that it was not.
Yeah, and you need to fire her. Yeah.
You need to tell her not to do this with any other clients that you've got. You need to give
her like a negative 5-star review. You don't get a star. Right. We take some stars away. Because this was a horrible plan.
All right, well, that was the second Am I the Asshole story.
I'm calling this story the backup friend. So this story is titled, Am I the Asshole for Leaving a Dinner Early After My Friends Made a Joke About Me? I'm 23 female and went out for dinner with 4 of my friends last weekend. We've all known each other for a while, so we're pretty comfortable making fun of each other. At some point, they started talking about how everyone in the group has changed since college. It was mostly harmless until one of them said I was basically the backup friend of the group because I'm always available when everyone else is busy. Everyone laughed, including me at first, because I didn't want to make it awkward. Then another friend said she's not even offended because she knows it's true. They started bringing up random times when I'd been left out of plans and joked that I was basically the person they called when someone canceled. I laughed it off at the table, but honestly, it really got to me. I ended up making an excuse that I wasn't feeling well and left early. Later that night, one of them texted asking why I was being weird. I told her that the jokes actually hurt my feelings, especially because some of what they were joking about was true. She said I was taking a joke way too seriously and that nobody actually thinks I'm a backup friend. I told her that if that's true, they probably shouldn't joke about something they know I'm insecure about. She said she didn't even know I was insecure about it, and now everyone is apparently annoyed that I made the whole dinner awkward. I haven't talked to them much since, Part of me thinks I should have just laughed it off because they weren't trying to hurt me, but another part of me feels stupid for pretending I was fine when I wasn't. So again, am I the asshole for leaving a dinner early after my friends made a joke about me?
Nah, I mean, I would literally be
there is
like...
an edit at the end too.
Okay. But yeah, I would literally be like, I'm the backup friend. Well, I'm going to back my ass up out of this friendship group. And I'm not going to be anybody's backup friend. I'm actually not going to be any of your friend anymore.
That's fair.
Don't fucking call me. Don't text me.
Yeah.
I am ghosting all of you from this moment forward. There will be no conversation. There's no. That is really shitty. That is such a fucking mean thing to do to somebody. No.
I think that's the only appropriate thing to do.
Yeah. No. Even like as a joke. People like... I feel like it's not a secret that this is actually a very sensitive thing for a lot of people. There are a lot of people that constantly feel like they are this backup friend or like they're, or that, I've seen it so many times where they're like, do you ever feel like you're just nobody's primary friend? Like nobody calls you to come hang out first. Nobody invites you to go do things. Like you always have to be the one to reach out to people to go do stuff, or they'll like call you as an afterthought or something. Like this is a very real situation for a lot of people. Yeah. So even to joke about it, I would never, if it was somebody that I actually cared about, I would never, even in a joking manner, be like, you're the backup friend. Yeah. That's so fucking mean. And if somebody said that to me, I would not be speaking to any of them anymore.
I could see, so I agree 100%. I could see with a super tight group where that joke is said, but then they move on because like the group is so tight that they know it's not true kind of thing. That's the only way that it's appropriate. But what makes this even worse is it seems like they're not that tight. And also they dig.
Well, that's what I was going to say is they fucking doubled down on it.
Absolutely. Like, they gave you fucking examples.
Yes. That's what did it for me is that they started talking about all these times that you were left out. I'd be like, fuck you, bitches. I'm out.
And she seems to be, not to, obviously we're fully on OP's side, but she seems to be, I don't know what characteristic I want to go with.
I mean.
Very, maybe standoffish or, I don't know. She's not standoffish. She's just very, almost like a people pleaser.
Maybe
afraid of conflict because she laughs at this twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that reaction. So the first reaction would have been, I don't think the first reaction is really too crazy because she kind of just laughed it off.
Yeah.
But then they started digging. You know what I mean? And then she laughed again just to make it not awkward. And that's when she came up with the excuse to leave early. And that's when I would have had that same reaction. Like, fuck all of you. And would have just left.
I literally, I would have been like, oh, it's like that? All right.
And
see ya.
Even to take it a step further, she does it again. Part of me thinks I should have just laughed it off because they weren't trying to hurt me, but another part of me feels stupid for pretending I was fine when I wasn't. So it's like,
girl,
you need to stand up for yourself. Like, now you're just like, and that's what I mean. I don't know what the personality trait I'm looking for, like what that's called, but like, it's somebody that just doesn't like conflict.
Like a pushover at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know,
fine,
but
you know?
For real, like, trying to say like, oh, they weren't trying to hurt me. Yes, they were.
100%.
Yes, they were.
They're talking shit to your face.
I would never, ever go to one of my friends and make them feel like I don't value them as much as my other friend or something like that. Like,
100%.
You don't do shit like that without it being mean. There's no way around it. You just don't. And like, oh, it was just a joke. That was pretty fucking hurtful. And I might have been like, but come on.
The digging is what does it for me.
Yeah, well, if I'm telling you that, like, I don't think it's funny, don't just sit there and be like, oh my God, it's just a joke. You're so sensitive.
Yeah.
Own that you fucked up, acknowledge it, and, like, don't be a dick, dude.
What do you think about this part? She said she didn't even know I was insecure about it, and now everyone is apparently annoyed that I made the whole dinner awkward.
All the more reason. Don't ever hang out with these people again. You think that this is the end of it? You think that this is going to be the end of it if you move on? They are never going to let this go. This is going to be brought up multiple times. And then they're just going to keep going on about like, oh my God, you're so sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Are these the type of people that you want to spend your time with?
It's so funny too, because like I see this in the comments all the time, or just comments in general, or in life in general, whatever. But like when somebody says something and then you clap back, and then they get all like defensive or like, oh, don't get so sensitive. Like, no, you're just pissed off. You're just salty that I clap back at you.
Exactly.
It happens all the time in the comments. You know what I mean? Where somebody's like, oh, well, why are you so sensitive? Like, no, I just responded to what you said and I matched your fucking energy. And that's what needs to happen here. Exactly. You know what I mean? Don't let them try to push you over and say that, you know, you're being awkward or you're being defensive or you're sensitive or whatever. No, stick to your fucking guns. And match their energy.
Yeah, like you said what you wanted to say. I'm going to say what I want to say. You guys have been behaving the way that you've wanted to. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I know that's for like married couples, but I don't give a shit.
I mean, it works, I think.
Whatever. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
I think OP definitely needs to drop these friends, if you want to call it that. So what's your verdict? Do you want the question again?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for leaving a dinner early after my friends made a joke about me?
No, not at all. Honestly. Where are you, OP? You in the Springs? Hit me up, because that's fucking mean. Let's go to dinner. It's okay. It can be a progressive dinner.
Oh, God. So that was my verdict as well. The overall Reddit verdict was not the asshole. And this was very interesting. I'm glad we're searching these now because I searched, obviously, not the asshole, you're the asshole, and everyone sucks here. Not the asshole got 37.
Ooh.
You're the asshole got 0. And everyone sucks here got 0.
Okay.
So everybody was on the same page for once in a lifetime.
Good.
Yeah, I got 3 comments. The first one is them basically pointing out times that they've deliberately excluded you is not a joke. Real friends at least ask. Mm-hmm. Next one is, this is a quote. We were mean to you. We were mean to you repeatedly until you left. You really made things awkward. You hear how that sounds, right? Not the asshole. That's exactly what happened too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like
you got to match their energy.
They just wanted you to be their fucking punching bag. That sounds like that was your role in that group.
Punch back.
Yeah.
The last one is not the asshole. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you offend a friend with something that you intended as a harmless joke, you apologize.
Yes.
You can mention you didn't mean any harm, but in the context of I misjudged it and I'm sorry, not I was joking, so your hurt feelings are invalid.
Exactly.
Which is, I mean, that's a perfect comment right there.
Exactly. That's exactly how you approach it. You say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be that way. I'm not going to say that again. Yeah. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Like, but instead, all these things, instead of just being like, oh my God, you're so sensitive.
I was joking, so your hurt feelings are invalid. That's basically what they just said.
No. Not at all.
Yep. So the edit to that story is a P.S. I read all of your comments and want to thank each one of you for your positive and friendly comments. I am not friends with them anymore and will rebuild my life from now on and focus on my mental health. Much love, everyone.
Hell yeah.
So I think that was the best way to kind of close that out because like she and I'm glad like hopefully a lot of the comments were on her side, which obviously they seem to be.
Yeah.
And then she took it to heart, you know, and she actually actioned it and nuke those fucking friends.
I feel like more people than not have definitely felt like that insecurity of especially being in a friend group of thinking that you are that backup friend. Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to have a lot of people sympathizing with her.
Yeah.
Because that's some real fucked up shit.
And I mean, you would obviously be judged pretty hard if you did go back to that friend group because they're just, I mean, you're a doormat.
I was gonna say you can't go back to that friend group. They are never gonna treat you well.
Stand your ground.
Yes, 100%. You know, good on you.
There you go.
Good on you. Still, hit me up. We'll go to dinner.
All right, time for our fourth story.
Yes. So this one I called Birthday Bouncer.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
It's a much shorter title. Am I the asshole for removing an unwanted guest?
Oh, I like it.
My fiance and I have a 1-year-old son. His birthday was on Friday. We planned a little celebration and invited friends and family. Someone who was not on the guest list is Matthew. He is/was one of my fiance's best friends, but throughout our relationship has hated me and has publicly shown he has hated me. My fiance took a step back from him because of this, as well as other things that bothered my fiance, and they have not spoken for a year. Okay. Matthew does still keep in touch and hang out with other people in the shared friend group with my fiance. Jason was invited to the party, but for some reason, he brought Matthew. Ooh. I was, of course, pissed. Didn't make a scene or anything, but I did tell my fiance if he says one thing out of pocket, he's out of here. At one point, I was dancing with some of my friends, and Matthew has the bright idea to comment and say, "So, this is how new mothers are behaving nowadays?" That was his one comment. So I went over to my fiance and told him he has 3 minutes to get him out of here. My husband was being a little too kind on trying to get him out, so after a while, I sweetly asked Matthew if he could grab something off the porch as I had DoorDashed more drinks. He stepped out, and as he did, I locked the door and continued on with the party. No one heard him knocking as we were all in the backyard, and I guess he eventually left. But since, he's been spamming everyone and anyone who will listen on how I'm an asshole and have no class. My fiance is stressed, and it feels like he may not be fully with me on this, so now I'm wondering, am I the asshole for removing an unwanted guest?
She gave you an opportunity to fix it. What was the party for again?
Their kid's birthday, first birthday.
So yeah, she gave you an opportunity. She gave you 3 minutes to get rid of him, right? And I want to go back a step, even farther back. Why did Matthew think it was a good fucking idea to accept the invitation from Jason to go to the fucking house when you guys haven't been on speaking terms? And then you're going to go to their son?
Yeah.
Their son's birthday party? Are you fucking...
So I actually have some more clarifying statements real quick.
Okay.
Before we get too far.
Oh, okay.
So from going through the comments, these are some things that I can state for sure from OP. So
okay.
Jason knows the history between OP and her husband and Matthew.
Okay.
Matthew was in the city visiting and staying at Jason's house, which is probably why Jason brought him.
Yeah.
OP's husband didn't want to make a scene in front of their guests, and he was trying to be polite. Apparently, he struggles with these sort of situations, which is, she said that that's why she stepped in. I guess when OP's husband was telling Matthew that he needed to leave, he kept coming up with excuses like, I gotta finish this drink, Jason brought me, I haven't seen you in so long, etc.
Yeah.
OP also didn't want to make a scene, which is why she just locked him out.
Yeah.
Matthew knows what their issues are. OP's husband has been clear on his boundaries, and Matthew has been given multiple chances to fix the behavior, but instead got worse.
Okay.
One example that OP gave was that when she was pregnant, she had half a burger, and Matthew came up and ate it right out of her hand. In short, a direct quote from OP, she said, Matthew knows he was not welcome and knows why he was sent away. So, now that we have all those details.
Yeah, it's a lot of details. But,
I know.
But I think we need to credit OP's fiance because in a lot of these stories, we complain about the significant other not standing up for the other half, and he did. He cut off the relationship. He did everything right. I can appreciate the situation that he's in. He asked Matthew right to leave. But then he kept coming up with excuses and stuff like that. And it sounds like OP's significant other is a little standoffish. He's not real confrontational from the sounds of it. But he tried, but it just didn't really stick. And then he also, I mean, it's your son's birthday too, so you don't want to make it awkward. You don't want to cause a scene at,
Exactly.
How old is he? One?
Yeah,
I mean, come on now.
So like if there's a bunch of toddlers running around, I'm not going to start shouting at somebody. Exactly. They're going to start crying.
I guarantee there's people in the comments that disagree. That's fine. I don't fucking care. But me personally, I wouldn't make a fucking a scene, right? So I just wanted to give OP's significant other, I guess, some props there for at least standing up for her and cutting off that relationship because stealing the burger out of her hand and like all this other shit.
I would have punched the shit out of somebody for taking
the little sly comments and all that kind of shit. I'm glad that they fucking nuked that relationship and they just removed him, right? A little judgment, obviously, on Jason because now with the clarifying things you just said is that Jason knows about the situation.
Issues,
so he should have never been. I don't know if I can appreciate. I can understand why Jason did it because he was in town and like I'm gonna go to this party. You stay here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that like I probably wouldn't have wanted to leave him at my house. I probably would have reached out to OP and been like, hey, just so you know, I got Matthew staying at my place. I don't want to be rude and bring him to your place. That's why I got to miss out on the birthday party.
See, there you go. You already know there's bad blood. You need to just fucking keep him out of it, right?
Yeah,
so Jason's kind of a shitbag in that regard.
I wouldn't have just shown up with somebody that you guys aren't cool with. I definitely would have been like, hey, I know that I've been playing Switzerland or whatever. I'm not going to bring this dude that you have beef with to your house, Jason, because obviously he's still friends with both of them.
Yeah, that's her.
But yeah, that should have been number one, that he should have just told you that he was with Matthew and he's not going to be at the party.
Oh, yeah. And also, I mean, he should, if he's already aware of it, he just shouldn't bring Matthew at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do about Jason in this. I don't know. That's really 50-50, honestly. It's really dealer's choice with that one. Because, like, I don't know if I would nuke the relationship because of that. I would give him shit and be like, never fucking bring him here again.
There you go. Yeah, I'd be like, I don't ever want you bringing this dude to my house. Like, this is your first and last warning.
That's it.
If you ever bring him to my house again, I'm fucking done with you too.
You're on the fucking list too now.
Yeah, I'd be like, you are skating on real thin ice right now.
Exactly. So I think if this is like the first kind of issue you've had with Jason, I wouldn't nuke the relationship because of it. Me personally, I would like we said though. I definitely check the behavior. Yeah. What was another? There was another thing I was going to say before you went into the clarifying. She locked him out in the front, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering how.
I mean, from the
it's
front
not
door.
even fucking. It doesn't matter how he got because. Obviously his ride was Jason, but because you're being such a prick and you shouldn't even be here in the first place, I don't really care how you got home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you are a shitbag, you know. And then how are you gonna? You already know there's bad blood. You already know you shouldn't be here. This is one of those fucking people that just want to pick. Like pick.
Oh yeah, it's probably just like, oh well, if I just show up, then it'll probably be fine. They probably won't say anything to me anyway.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's their kid's birthday. They're not going to do anything.
Why would you make that comment then? Because now you're actually forcing me to say something. So that's
he
what
sounds
Matthew,
like a moron.
Matthew sounds like a real shitbag.
Yeah,
for sure.
So the consensus or the verdict on Reddit was overwhelmingly not the asshole.
Okay. So we didn't do our verdicts. What was the question again?
So the question was, am I the asshole for removing an unwanted guest?
No, not at all. No,
yeah.
It's your house. It's your son's birthday. You asked. I mean, yeah, you did everything right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Absolutely not the asshole.
Yeah, I also said not the asshole. But I did get 3 different comments.
Okay.
So the first one said, not the asshole. Hilarious. He's saying no class when he's the one who showed up uninvited. But you should have thrown Jason out with him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. And then I totally forgot about that part where he was like trying to get everybody on his side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking dweeb.
Right. So then the next one said, you're the asshole ever so mildly. I don't blame you for tricking Matthew to get him out the door, but you should have had your partner join you, stepped out with Matthew and said something like, Matthew, you aren't welcome in our home anymore. Don't come unless one of us personally invites you. And partner should have said, you've been unkind to my wife many times. That's why I distanced myself. You made a rude comment about her dancing today, and that's why you have to leave. I should have spoken up months ago to tell you why I'm limiting contact. And then they said that locking out Matthew without explanation was immature. So that's why they were calling
cut him off
asshole.
a year ago.
I know.
That commenter is a fucking...
Well, that's
fine.
Yeah, that's what OP responded to. And they were like, we actually have had these conversations and da-da-da-da.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You cut that relationship off a year ago.
Exactly.
And I think that covers all of those points.
Yeah, I know. That was just the
Why am I going to keep having the same conversation?
Yeah, it was just the longer you're the asshole comment, so that's why I took that.
Yeah,
one.
right.
Yeah. So then the last one said, Jason shouldn't have brought Matthew if he knew the situation. That's on him. Your husband shouldn't have wasted time getting Matthew and, if you ask me, Jason to leave. That's on him.
Everyone sucks here.
Yep. You shouldn't have locked him out as you did. That's on you. Absolutely, everyone sucks here. I'm just glad that your son isn't going to remember all of this drama.
And I think you are absolutely wrong. I love when people put absolutely in there and their statements like that changes anything. Like, absolutely not. Well, you're absolutely wrong, actually.
Yeah. So, I mean, initially when I read it, when I first read just the post, I was more on the everyone sucks here side. Because I was like, this is kind of like ridiculous. Like, it's a little dramatic, the whole locking him out and everything. But then after I went through the comments and she was explaining more of like the background and stuff, I was like, fuck this dude. Get the fuck out.
I definitely I disagree that she's at fault at all, because they cut him off a fucking year ago. He showed up when he wasn't supposed to. He wasn't invited. He was asked to leave. It sounds like at least 3 times, because you provided, or OP provided, 3 different excuses why he couldn't leave.
Yeah.
He was finishing his drink, haven't seen you in forever, and there was a third one. So he's been asked to leave repeatedly. So no, I don't see in any way, in any fucking realm, how you could say that she sucks here.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I did see the whole like I did see the side of it where like just locking him out was kind of immature. Like, instead of being like, oh, can you go get something? I would have been like, hey, can you come over here? You got to leave now. Bye. And then like that. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, at the end of the day, you're not the asshole.
Maybe it's a bigger guy and she's like a smaller girl or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Maybe it's not so easy to just be like, get him out. So maybe that was the only option. But like I said, that's why, after like processing it some more and everything. Yeah. Like anything, when you take the time to process it and talk it out, it's okay if you change your opinion. And I did. I went from everyone sucks here to not the asshole. See, I love that though, because that's the kind of conversations that I love having in the comments, is people that actually do that right there. Because they honestly, like, my opinion can change, with the right kind of attitude and the right kind of, approach and everything. Yes. But it's these people that just get in there and they're just like, no. Yeah. Absolutely not. And I'm like, well, then maybe they'll show up in one of these comments and we can laugh at them twice. Yeah. I don't know. I would absolutely not blame her, though. I think she did everything right. I think, in my opinion, you've been asked several times. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the next step is I get the entire party to remove you from my house. Something. I don't know what the fuck you want. Yeah, we're going to fucking crowd surf you out of here. I don't know, right? Babies and all. Yeah, like, she, honestly, like, and she did it in, like, the most, I don't know. It was a pretty discreet way. Yeah, discreet way. That's what I was looking for. A very discreet way, but just because, like, no one really knew. Yeah, no one knew. That is kind of funny, honestly. So, like, that he just went out. There was no disruption to the party. And I wonder, I don't know why, but, like, when you said backyard, I don't know why this image popped in my head, but I just, like, got this image of him, like trying to peek over the fence and call somebody's name, but the music's playing too loud, so he can't get his attention. He's like, well, fuck, I'll just leave. That's so funny. Yeah, could you imagine she did that and then went out back and was like, everybody having a good time? Just drown him out. That's so funny. Oh, God. All right, that was our last Am I the Asshole story. So now it's time to find out who we think is deserving of the Biggest Asshole Award. So who you thinking? Story 1, the overstepping mother-in-law. Story 2, the traveling reception. Story 3, the backup friend. Story 4, birthday bouncer. Number 1. For any of our new listeners, just so you're understanding, we named these stories in the beginning so you know what story we're talking about. But also, it doesn't have to be OP that's the biggest asshole. It's just somebody within that story that we think is the biggest asshole. Yes, so that's what I was just going to say. What was the first story called? So story 1 is I'll just do all of them. Okay. Story 1, the overstepping mother-in-law. Story 2, the traveling reception. Story 3, the backup friend. And story 4, birthday bouncer. Okay, yes. So my biggest asshole vote is going to go to the mother and the husband in Overstepping Mother-in-Law. Both? Because I think they're a fucking duo. I think they're together and I like it. So biggest assholes, now we're naming it? Yeah. Oh, okay. If you had to pick one, which one would it be? The husband. Yeah, I saw that coming. Yep. Yes. Big old asshole. Oh God, I think I would agree. The overstepping mother-in-law. That's the one you're talking about. Story 1. The traveling reception. That was just piss poor planning. Yeah. The backup friend. I mean, they're assholes, but like not as bad as the husband. Well, also the OP got out of that friend group too. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, let's not even worry about them anymore. They're fucking nothing. Yeah. Fuck those friends. They got the snap. They did. Me. Manos. I wonder. Oh God. Please don't do that.
No, you should keep it because I want to see if anybody gets that reference. That's funny. Story 4 was Birthday Bouncer. I mean, the guy's an asshole, but I think he's handled at this point. You know what I mean? He's been getting handled for the past year. So I would agree. I think in my opinion, and I don't know if I said this during story 1, but I think the root cause would be the mother-in-law, and the son is just an enabler. I think he's just enabling her behavior. But I would agree, even with that said, I agree. I think the husband is the absolute asshole of the biggest asshole.
Yeah, I don't even think it's enabling it. I think he likes it, and I think that's what's helping like perpetuate it.
He likes what?
He's encouraging it by not. Or maybe. But yeah, but how she was saying like, oh, I've tried talking to him and he doesn't think that it's that. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not even gonna get back into
why are my feelings not a factor? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that would be my argument.
Exactly.
Like you don't see this, but I see it, and it's happening to me. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of like all these fucking scary movies where there's something happening in the house, and the husband doesn't fucking believe the wife, and then that shit ends up popping off. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Like, why don't you just fucking listen? Just because you don't see it, like it's the same thing with this thing. Like, just because you don't fucking see it or believe it, like, this is still fucking happening.
Exactly.
And you should probably listen to the person it's happening to.
Yeah.
So I would definitely agree. The overstepping mother-in-law, story 1, for sure. Well, there you go. If you're interested, let us know what your vote is in the comments. Before we wrap up, we want to let everybody know. We want to hear from you, whether you agree, disagree, have some topic requests, or maybe have your own stories. We want to hear about it. So feel free to drop a comment, send us a direct message, or email us. All of our links and information is available at our website, which is therantingpodcast.com. There you'll find our links to all of our platforms, to include Reddit, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts for now, Amazon Podcasts, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So hit us up. Anybody who doesn't get that, we kind of shit on Apple.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably going to get an email in like a week or two that's like, you've been banned from Apple Podcasts. I'm not going to appeal that.
I don't have an iPhone, so it's fine.
I think it's justified, actually.
Where's the Android podcast? Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Nah.
Did you like this one?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Good.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stories.
All right, that's it for us. If you like the show, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see everyone next week.
Yay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.